can only imagine the commitment that is needed here in Lawrence to make sure that there is opportunity, expanded opportunity, and close the gaps that we all know are there. I know that you guys have proved your commitment. This seems like another way that we can say $36,000 is well worth the commitment. So I encourage you to ask about this proposal and bring it forward. Thank you.
Excuse me, Martha, where would I go to find out about that proposal? To whom would I, who has it already? Is it Mr. Johnson here?
It is Mr. Johnson.
Okay, so thank you, Greg. You have shared that with us.
So everybody has seen that proposal, is that true? So we just need
I just
to
wanted to make sure it was the same proposal that I saw.
Absolutely, absolutely. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else? Seeing none, we'll move, and we do have other opportunities for public input, but seeing none, we'll move on. We have no board discussion and work session items.
Excuse me,
this evening.
Kevin, if I could just make one comment concerning what Martha has said. As a student at Trenton High School that benefited from mentoring, it's very important for us to offer opportunities, especially for those families who have lost mother or father during this dreadful COVID-19 era, and then also for those families that are disadvantaged. My position is, as a school board member, I'm here to help improve the community, and there's a tremendous need of our students that live in the Eggers Crossing area. We're fortunate that our Congress and our president has provided funding that is intended to augment and support all our students. From my standpoint as a board member, I take my commitment very seriously, and I don't want to delay providing help, especially where help is needed at this time. And I would think that members of this board would pay attention to that and act accordingly. Because sometimes as board members, we do not realize how families are hurting until we go out into the community, until we engage and find out what's going on. And what Patricia has said today raises serious concerns about our ability to help those students who have been absent, who've lost a tremendous amount of education. So we need to have a plan of addressing that. As a board member, I'm asking the superintendent to meet with the Eggers Crossing community and see what the issues are and come up with a plan. We don't have a lot of time. Before you know it, we'll be in 2022, and these students will be further behind. So we need to address this situation immediately. We have the resources. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Greg.
That we have no board discussion and work session items this evening, so we'll turn to our second opportunity for public input. Seeing none, we'll move on to our board discussion and action items. Personnel Committee.
Okay. We met October 6th, 8:15 to 9:30. In attendance was Ross Kaysen, Andrew Zuckerman, Kevin Van Heist, Michelle Bose, Pepper Evans, and myself. We discussed staffing update, new positions filled at Ben Franklin Speech and the middle school English as ESL, and those positions are gratefully filled, and we're excited that happened, and thank Sean and his department for that. Andrew, Ross, and Sean also reviewed administrative positions and realignments of duties due to new people in new positions, using strength and experience as a motivation for realignment until everybody gets into their spots. Hurdles for hiring, Department of Ed delay in certification, substitute conversations with regards to the needs and difficulty for COVID testing, vaccinations, acquiring more floaters are necessary. LTPSA contract, new date for their next meeting, and discussion will be held at the end of October. Negotiations are progressing. The 22-23 calendar, I know we're already talking about that one, was reported on in reference to the conflicts with vocational school calendars. Spring break and our in-service days will not align due to the fact that Lawrence has more in-service days than scheduled, that they have scheduled on their calendars. Staff wellness was discussed and how we plan on ensuring care for all. There were no policy discussions, therefore no recommendations. And I will talk about what's on our agenda tonight. On the agenda, you'll find one resignation, one amended resignation, guide level amendments, start dates for Anthony Amarata and Greg Z. Thank goodness they're getting back into where they need to be. Some paid, unpaid leaves for absences, appointment of the people I just spoke about, and you'll see appointments for LTEA certified and non-certified staff pending background checks. Confirming appointments for staff substitutes due to clearance and background checks. Adjustments to salary guides due to credits earned. And motion to approve students to work as a student technician for our district media center, Go Media Center. And approval for appointments for the Eagles and destination teachers at Slackwood. And saying all that, I'd like to move P1 through P48. Second.
And with a motion and a second, Tom, whenever you're ready.
Who was the second from, please?
Ms. Bose?
Thank you. Ms. Bose?
Yes.
Ms. Evans?
Yes.
Ms. Farmer?
Yes.
Mrs. Grover?
Yes.
Mr. Johnson?
Yes.
Dr. King?
Yes.
Ms. Santos?
Yes.
Ms. Scott?
Yes.
Mr. Van Hise?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you. CIAPD.
CIAPD, if I could just make a quick comment before doing my report. I just want to say on the record, our Community Relations Committee is also looking at the work of disparities with regards to COVID through our professional development. So I know that we are committed to doing everything we can to help all of our students rise up to the occasion and to do their best this school year. CIPD met on October 4th via Zoom at 8:15 a.m. Present was Michelle Bose, Pepper Evans, Michelle King, Ross Kasem, Cliff Thompson, Andrew Zuckerman, and myself. We discussed in the curriculum, in the program, the high school guidance department, new counselors who are doing very well. There are 2 new counselors, and state testing is to begin in the coming weeks. Also discussed the health curriculum for grades 5 through 6 has been revised over the summer. We reviewed briefly an article that was submitted regarding Hispanic families in New Jersey schools, improve the translation services, especially amid COVID. There will be a brief high school guidance update. Under instruction, we discussed the remote learning plan, the return to school plan, and